Syracuse Orange defeated the Georgetown Hoyas 72-71. It was a thrilling game, definitely not from Georgetown's perspective, but it was a thrilling game. It was just a great college basketball game to be at, and it was a hard-fought game between two storied programs. So Georgetown started off very well, although I knew Syracuse would make a run at some point. Syracuse was down 35-22 at halftime, but I just knew Syracuse would make a run. Syracuse did make a run. Georgetown could barely stop them for the first 10 minutes of the second half, although Georgetown withstood the first run pretty good. It was 48-41 after Syracuse made a monster run, come back in the game. But then Syracuse went on a 13-0 run to go up 54-48, and then Georgetown was down 60-54. They went on an 11-2 run and went up 65-62. And then Syracuse took the lead on Jalen Carey 3. It was a lucky 3. Should have never happened, but it was a lucky 3. It rolled around the rim, and it dropped in. Jesse Govan made some great hook shots, great shots around the basket. He was big time, 22 points, 12 rebounds. Georgetown, it was 68-67 Georgetown. Jesse Govan put Georgetown on front. Then Syracuse hit a 3. Tyus Battle hit a 3, and it was a contested. It kind of rolled around the rim a little bit too. So Syracuse hit some really tough threes. They made 7 of 14 in the second half from 3. Some of those, and a lot of those threes were tough. They weren't open shots. But this game was hard to find open shots in this game. Both teams are playing hard defensively. Georgetown went up 71-70 on a Jesse Govan 3. That was such a big time shot. I thought that was the game winner. And Tyus Battle missed the shot. Georgetown grabbed the rebound, and there was a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Syracuse decided not to foul. I was hoping that Syracuse would foul, but I thought they fouled one time, and the refs didn't call it. So Syracuse didn't foul, and then Georgetown had a chance, and then Mijagan Mosley got called for an offensive foul. Georgetown simply ran down the shot clock, and then it would have been like a high bounce off the rim. Syracuse wouldn't have had as much time to get a good look to just win the game. If Syracuse probably would have had 5 seconds left, they had grabbed the rebound, and then, it probably would have had to be a 3-point attempt. If Georgetown had put everyone back, then Syracuse could have either thrown it into the front court or try to, or if they didn't throw it in the front court, then they would have had to dribble it up the court and take some tougher shot. But anyway, Syracuse had the ball with 10 seconds left, and then Tyus Battle dribbled, and then there was a screen from O'Shea Brissett, and Battle kept his balance, and he just rose up and hit. It was a difficult shot, but he shot it with so much confidence, and it went in. And Syracuse won 72-71. So, heartbreaking game from Georgetown's perspective, but it is what it is. Georgetown, they lost by 1 to a top 25 team on the road, and Georgetown was 11-point underdog, so they should be proud of the way they played. With that being said, they need to use this pain. It needs to fuel them. If Georgetown can play like this every time on the road, then they'll be in a good situation. The good news is this was not a Big East game, so it doesn't count in the Big East standings. So Georgetown just needs to get better. Georgetown knows how good they can be. They play the right way. Just need to do it more consistently. In the second, what really hurt Georgetown in the second half, Syracuse got some transition baskets. It was just off some miss. It wasn't even that I know they Georgetown 15 turnovers, but a lot of those shots were just in transition, like off Georgetown misses. Syracuse is just pushing it hard. There's actually one off a Georgetown make. There was one transition basket off a Georgetown make. Georgetown pressed Syracuse, and Syracuse threw an alley-oop, and that was frustrating. Small details are also important, too. There's a couple small plays in that game that were a big difference. One was the Tyus Battle missed a free throw and got his own offensive rebound and put it back. You should never allow an offensive rebound on a free throw. Secondly, Georgetown fouled Tyus Battle as a jump shooter. That was 2 points right there. So 4 points right there. That was a difference in this game. Georgetown also missed some free throws too. So the small details really matter. And Javon Blair, that was so painful. Well, he was 1 for 8, but it was that last shot that he took almost went in. Like, he missed by an inch. I thought it was going in, and it just barely missed. If it had just been an inch short or inch to the right, it would have gone in. It was so close, and it was online. It was a perfect shot. Just missed it a little bit. That's frustrating. So Georgetown didn't shoot a great percentage. They're about 40% from the field, but that's what I would expect against a good Syracuse team. Syracuse length is going to frustrate Georgetown. Georgetown hung in there. They did a great job of hanging in there. Syracuse is frustrating them, and Georgetown just kept hanging in there. Greg Malinowski, he should play more. He did some big things. 14 minutes, 11 points, made 3 triples to get back in the game, and he was unselfish too. There was one time that he could have shot it, and then he got it back, and then he passed it, and there's great ball movement, then he gets the ball back and gets a much better look from 3. So it's so heartbreaking to lose this game, but Georgetown has a long season ahead. They've only lost 2 games, so still plenty of more opportunities.